Professional football players are considered to be some of the greatest athletes in the world. But today at the end of practice, the Cincinnati Bengals got a surprise visit from the greatest.
As another summer at Georgetown College came to an end for the Bengals, the men of the orange and black were met with a pleasant surprise. They didn't know it, but they were receiving a visit from this man, the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali. Ali, who was victorious in all but 5 of his 61 professional bouts, told the Bengals that he wanted to come to training camp after watching the season premiere of the HBO series Hard Knocks. Head coach Marvin Lewis told his team that if you were going to talk the talk, then it was time to walk the walk, just like Ali did many times before.
He could talk about it and back it up. And a lot of people here want to talk. Now it's time to back it up.
No doubt that Lewis was referring to his outspoken receiver Chad Ochocinco, whose mouth has given fans as much grief as it has giggles while still putting up Pro Bowl numbers. Nobody knows Ochocinco like his quarterback, Carson Palmer, and he sees a lot of Ali in number 85.
Chad's probably taken a little bit of what he's done in the past, and you know, he's a guy that a ton of guys look up to at every sport, every position in every sport.
While Ochocinco is vocal with the media, offensive tackle Bobby Williams is a vocal leader in the locker room, and he was visibly humbled by Ali's presence.
It was a real honor and a pleasure to meet a guy, a man of his caliber, you know, all the accomplishments that he has, you know, attained in his career, you know. I mean, it's awesome. He's a living legend.
Coming off a mediocre 4-win season, the Bengals are on many radars as a possible sleeper team. This visit from Ali will hopefully inspire the Bengals to float like a butterfly and sting like a bee back to the postseason in 2009. Reporting from Georgetown, Dylan Moody, News 5 Sports.
Welcome to Uptown, a production of the Electronic Media Division at the University of Cincinnati. On today's show, we'll look into what's going on around campus. One University of Cincinnati Bearcat talks about training for the Olympics, while another wins a competition for the hit TV show Glee. And students are not the only ones being recognized. Find out what Forbes magazine has to say about the UC campus. Hello everybody, I'm Dylan Moody.
And I'm Sydney Benter.
Our campus may be on Forbes' list for the most beautiful, but there's one part of our campus that's in need of some repairs. University Park Apartments is located on campus but is not owned by the university, and UPA is seeing more vandalism than ever before.
Weekends are a time for college students to be able to go out, have fun, and be independent. However, sometimes that can get a little out of hand.
Almost every weekend here at University Park Apartments, vandalism like the holes in the wall over my shoulder happens here. But why? What drives a person to come home and feel the need to put a hole in the wall?
Stupidity, immaturity, this college, people being in college and, oh, sweet, I can do whatever I want. I'm going to pull the fire alarm. I'm going to punch a hole in the wall.
There are already surveillance cameras inside the lobbies and stairwells, but with the damages that go on inside University Park Apartments, one would think the management would take the steps to place more cameras or security around the building. However, doing so would raise the cost of rent for students. Regardless of that, one former resident feels it wouldn't make a difference.
Even with video surveillance, you can't be watching everyone at the same time. Since it's more of an apartment, you can't really regulate who goes in and who goes out. You would think that students and the friends of students would want to be responsible for where they live, but it's not always the case.
Can you really control what kids do? And you can put up cameras and you can call them out for it afterwards, but you're not going to put security on every floor. You're not going to watch kids as they're like walking around randomly.
It can be tough to control what young adults ranging anywhere from 18 to 23 or 24 years old do on their weekends. But if University Park Apartments wants to make sure this does not get more out of hand than it already has, it looks like they may need to take the next step in security measures.
UPA's manager was contacted for an interview but refused to comment.